flip side, this is the art channel with Miss Petra, and oh my gosh, the Cat in the Hat is back. Miss Petra.
I am here. Well, you know what we're going to do though? Today we're going to talk about comic books. And take your comic book out because you each have one of these.
They're blanks.
And they're blank comic books.
They're waiting for a comic book.
I know, they're waiting for a story. So you have to think of really interesting stories. And being that I'm always this visual artist who doesn't really have specific stories to ever really tell, I'm more about the unconscious and things that just come out of my head. I'm going to start this in a different way than Miss G.
Yeah, well, sometimes you got to think about, you can use your own story, you could make yourself a character, you can make a stick person. Sometimes it's easier just to make a stick person. Something like in the first panel here, you can see the first panel, you could just make a stick person, like a circle and make a stick person. If that's what you can do, that's okay. There you go. There you go. That's okay. Because then you can take and think of something, you know, that's what the fun thing about cartoon books is you can make them say things as a part of your story or as part of your art. So you can make your stick person singing, you know, saying something like, hi, where's my dog? Where's my dog? I'm really writing horrible. But that's, you know, that's the kind of stuff you can do with...
That's a cool story.
Yeah, well, okay, that's the start. You got a guy looking for his dog. I mean, that's a story. And it can be anything, really. But that's the fun of comic book sketches.
And then that could lead to the next panel.
Yep, you just go and figure out... You can take your stories from another story. If you've got a manga that you like to read and you're going to make like fan art. I mean, a lot of people draw their own favorite stories already. Some people... want to do a story about themselves. But in any case, it's not, don't worry about how it looks necessarily at first. Get your story together, and then you can kind of use shapes. Sometimes you can...
Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to start it. See, I started doing these scribble here.
I'll hold it up there.
Hold it up with my... Open up the book.
Oh, you got the scribble story.
Yeah, I just got a scribble. Just a scribble, that's all I made. And I'm going to make a scribble on every one of these. I'm going to show you what I'm going to turn it into.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
What my story might be.
Oh.
Because each one of these is going to have a couple scribbles here.
Okay.
And I'm scribbling. You guys, I'll show you what they are.
The two scribbles look like they're talking to each other.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a page full of just scribbles. And I'm not even thinking. You know, and it's just scribbles. But I got an idea.
Ah.
It was weird. I was scribbling and I thought, well, that's why I wore this weird hat today. Because I could turn these scribbles into hats.
Oh, cool. Check this out, guys.
And look at this. And these can all be people just by putting some circles here and a neck.
Little neck, yeah. Yeah,
I see the
little neck there.
And I'll put some eyes.
Look at that.
And nose and mouth.
Oh my goodness.
So
check it out.
I'll do that on all of them, you know. I'll make...
Well, you're going to make like fashion hats.
Fashion hat.
Woo!
My fashion hat comic, just out of these scribbles, you see? And I put little things there and I got to finish.
Oh, you're just so outclassing me, Petra.
I think your stick man is
perfect.
perfect.
No, I'm just saying. I love my stick man. I'm going to do some really crazy stuff with sticks.
Okay, I'm gonna put just a couple more. And this is sketches too.
Yeah, it's all sketching.
But we can go back over these. I'll go back over these later, maybe, and make them more developed. And if I get the paints and I like one of these really well, I might do a paint job.
Oh, cool. Well, see, you can turn it into a painting. You could also go back and we could talk about inking and how when you draw comics, you can also in pencil, and then you can go back and ink them in with pen, and it really turns some really interesting shading effects and things like that.
But, oh yeah, we have the colored pencils. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I can go in here with the colored pencils.
So we're going to continue this,
and,
so you can kind of see
let me put a little earring on her.
Oh, okay. There you go.
And then
you got a couple.
See, I'm starting to get into this. I forgot about the video already. I'm just starting to get into my drawing, you know?
There you go.
And
so there you go.
Here she is.
Yep. So have fun, guys.
Yeah.
Have fun and just don't worry about it. If you think of a really cool... Yeah, don't. It's not no pressure. It's just fun. So we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye now.